The general horoscope for December 2022 for those born under the constellation Gemini speaks of a unique period in your life when almost any stray dream can be made a reality. But assess all possibilities in advance. Some efforts may be insufficient or excessive. On the positive side, Mars, usually responsible for the expulsion of Gemini, in December will dominate the celestial sphere. For you, this will only offset the potential negativity coming from detractors. The positions of Venus and the Moon, your ruler and exalter, will be stable but not overly strong. This means that most decisions will be made regardless of the circumstances. Factors that mattered before will be strong, but won't necessarily matter at all in the future. That's why analytical predictions come to the forefront, and not just in the realm of work. Emotional reactions can and should be predicted in order to choose the right course of action. The horoscope for the first 10 days of December 2022 for Gemini is important in terms of inner potential. If you are faced with a situation in which you do not understand anything, even in this case, you should not ask for advice. Of course, you should not act at random either, or you will ruin everything. Just step aside and realize what the priority is right now. Family Gemini will easily solve this issue for themselves, and they should be emotional and not hide their feelings within the home. Singles may not understand everything, but moral guidance will help them. Listen to what the inner voice is saying. In terms of work, the beginning of the month suggests a stable development. The main thing is not to allow yourself to stop in one place. You need to keep going all the time. The direction is not critical, because circumstances will lead you to the result one way or another. Mid-December 2022 for Gemini indicates an opportunity to bring conceptual changes into your life. If you welcome those changes, of course. Gemini who have their own businesses will see a new goal, but you don't have to go for it or change your priorities for that. Pay attention to this choice. It will determine a lot for you. If you work in an office, it will be easier. You can take the initiative yourself if you are not satisfied with the actions of those around you. The inner potentiality will not be as important as its external manifestations. At this point, you can make a short-term emphasis on communications. Negotiate, plan together, and be aware of the desires of the people around you. This will allow you to react quickly when the time comes. But don't model the situation artificially. The middle of the month is totally unsuitable for ventures and major financial transactions. If there's nothing you can do, look for an alternative. The final period of December 2022 for representatives of the zodiac sign Gemini predicts the intensity of passions and the most dynamic period of the month. This is doubly important, because the course of most processes will be different from the initial period of December. Leave domestic problems for later. Focus on issues of a personal nature. A drastic decision will be necessary. Do not be afraid of responsibility. In decisions about the consequences of which you are in doubt, you should take a step-by-step approach, where at each step you will be able to correct the consequences of previously taken actions. In the workplace, it is not necessary to be objective. Relationships will be more important than professionalism. But keep in mind that this advice is valid only here and now. Do not take it as a reference point. In relationships with loved ones, try to make concessions more often. But the desires of others should not suppress your will. At such moments, you have the right to ask yourself the main question: to be or not to be? Any decision will be correct, but it is up to you to make it.